Hey guys, Mr. Asian Persuasion here, just doing another commentary. And today I've been thinking about this like all night, because to be honest, I haven't slept much and I drank a lot of coffee, so I'm good. But yeah. Anyways, just really wanted to talk about achieving greatness, and it's something we're all capable of doing, yet some people really might not. And for me, this is like I truly want to achieve greatness. I really want to, I guess, just achieve it, like pure and simple. You got to think about though, what does achieving greatness mean to you? And to me, that means like helping out people, protecting people, something like that. And that's one of the reasons I had to quit my job was school, but also they weren't letting me help the people out. It was like, do this first, and then you could help the people out after they've already had a struggle. It's like, really, I'm not down for that. I help people out. That's what I do. That's what my job was entitled to do. Not just do that. And that guy got knifed, so yeah, thumbs up for that. Anyways, um, yeah, so like I'm just gonna give you some examples here. Like achieving greatness, you could you could be going on a good path, but then you could get caught up in some bad things. And I'm just gonna give a story here and why you really shouldn't go down a similar road or try not to get caught up. And truly, like, if you are caught up, like think about what you're doing necessarily and just get back into doing your best and achieving greatness at the end of the day, because like obviously you can only interpret your greatness and what you think it like what it means to you and whatnot, but I mean everyone wants that to be at the end of their life. Wow, I truly did something special. So for me at least, I want to be like I'm not sure exactly. I'll get to that at the end of the video. That just left some suspense. But the story I wanted to talk about is my dad. And my dad, oh my gosh, he could have had so much if he really just didn't give in to temptation. And I'm just gonna say it bluntly, he's been in jail most of my life. He was a gangster. You could Google him, but I prefer nobody does. Well, you'd have to know his name, which means you'd know my name because we have the same name. But anyways, well, slightly different. But anyways, he like was in the mafia. I mean, I'll start off with the beginning of his life. So he started off really poor, and I think this is what led him to do some of the things he did. He started off way poor, like in poverty, like a lot. I'm talking very poor. I guess that's just all I could say. He was extremely poor. He lived in kind of a shitty motel room with his mom because he was the first child, and the first child of three, anyways. And he lived in like a shitty hotel, like motel with his mom. And I mean, he'd go to the arcade whenever he could, from what stories I've heard. And like he grew up, but he started to do really well in school. Like like talking like he would just ace like the rest of the kids, man. He'd just blow them away, bro. And he would wow, look at that sun. That looks amazing. Anyway, sorry. He would just destroy the competition, I guess you could say, in school. And so he got sent to like a magnet school on some days, from what I've heard. Like, if you don't know what that means, it's like an advanced school or whatever where they learn advanced stuff. He actually skipped 8th grade then and moved directly onto high school, so he went in kind of young. And he did really good, actually. He was doing really good. And then I think at the end of high school or something around the middle of it, he started getting caught up in bad stuff, and that's when he met my mom, coincidentally. But he started getting caught up in doing drugs, selling drugs, and for a while he was straight up balling. He really was. And the thing is, he eventually went to jail in 2001. From like 1993 to like maybe 2001, though, he probably had the ideal life, like the life of the movie American Gangster. If you ever see that movie, he probably had a life very similar to that. We lived in at the time, like you got to consider money has changed and now it's worth a little more, I guess you could say. We lived in a $250,000 house, in a very nice place in Illinois. He had around 3 cars, and he was very smart. But I mean, he also like eventually police caught on to them, and they started he'd outrun the police. I mean, I've heard countless stories where he'd be going 120, like, and like the cops wouldn't be able to catch up with him because at the time their cars weren't fast enough. But he could push like 150, I'm pretty sure, in his Mercedes, because it was Mercedes Benz 1999, and it was just beautiful, big car, leather interior. I mean, I'm talking this guy had 100 grand on him at any given time, so he was just straight up balling. To be honest, he was balling like there ain't no tomorrow, living it up. And unfortunately for him, there wasn't a great tomorrow, because in 2000, 2001, something around there, he got caught got sent to jail. I remember when I got confronted by like his mom and his brother and aunt. I mean his brother and sister, and it was just like I didn't know what to think at first. And I mean, he gave greatness up, to be honest, because he was so smart, and he just gave it up to get high and sell cocaine and make a lot of money. And it's like, I guess he had somewhat of an infamous like he was infamous, I guess you could say, but he could have truly achieved greatness. He's extremely smart. And I guess now he's trying to make up for it because he just got out in late 2012, 2013, and he was in a halfway house for a while, but now he's out. But the thing is, like, he really fucked up. He missed out on his son and daughter's life. Like, most of it. I'm talking, this guy he missed out on my, like, a lot of my teenage years. I mean, like, from 14 to 16, anyways. Like, I consider those are, like, major guy years. But, he missed out on a lot of those, and it's like, and I mean, it's just he could do really well now, in my opinion. He could, now that he's done with all that, he could really, I'm sure he could do well. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like, anybody could achieve greatness no matter what you've done in the past. Like, no matter if you were addicted to drugs or anything. I mean, people get their lives together. Actually, someone I know, their sibling, just say it like this, their sibling, he used to be a very big heroin addict, like, terrible heroin addict. Then he got, clean after, like, you have to want to get clean on that drug, believe me. I never did it, but I know people who have, but, so, you have to want to get clean, and he finally got clean after a lot of years, I guess, and from what I've heard at least, and he became a drug counselor. Ugh, that sounded funky, drug counselor. So, he, like, now helps people, like, just get off drugs, and for kids and whatnot. And it's like, that's amazing. Like, he achieved greatness, in my opinion. He could look back at the end of his life and be like, you know how many lives I've saved? You know how many families I took these problems away from? And in my opinion, that's glorious, because if you never grew up with a person addicted to drugs in your home, you wouldn't know. And I mean, I know it's a terrible thing. Shit goes crazy, and yeah. But main point I'm trying to get here is, we're all capable of greatness. It's just, I think there's very select few of us, excuse me, that will, like, heed the calling, answer the calling, just truly, go, like, just go ham and achieve greatness. Personally, for me, what I want to achieve for greatness, in my opinion, because you got to think, what does greatness mean to you? Like, that's, at the end of the day, it just matters what it means to you. To me, it means, like, either being a soldier if there's another war, which there always is, or being a cop and protecting the streets. And when I'm talking about being a cop, I don't mean any of that petty stuff with weed. I mean, or like just papers, like just doing tickets. I mean, like, being on the front lines and against the drug war, against all the cocaine dealers, all the heroin dealers, coincidentally enough, like, my dad. But if people like that, like, I guess just aside from my family, but if people, like, people like that, if I had to kill them, this is gonna sound so wrong, kind of, but I wouldn't feel remorse, because seeing what heroin and cocaine, mostly heroin though, what does to someone and what it causes to a family, I wouldn't care if the dealer died. I wouldn't care if they got buried in a hole and left there to drown, to whatever, to get caught on fire. I really wouldn't give a fuck, to be honest with you. I wouldn't care if half the Zetas or whatever they are in Mexico just all burned. I wouldn't give a fuck at all, to be honest with you, because I've seen a lot of stuff. But the main point I'm trying to get across here is, like, if at the end of the day, I guess it sounds kind of weird and bad, but if I know I got rid of some of those people, I saved families from going through this, I'd feel accomplished. I'd feel like I achieved greatness. If there was another war and I became a soldier with, like, my uncle, who's he recently married my aunt, and he like was a captain, won a big award for being, like, one of the best captains in all the Marines, lost a man, cleared out, like, a town, he cleared out Taliban from a town in Afghanistan. I mean, if I could achieve something as, like, brave as that, I know people have all different opinions on the war. Keep it civil in the comments if anybody does comment, but if I could achieve something great like that, I'd feel like, wow, it's like I'm I'm achieving greatness right now, I could look back at my life and be like, you know what, I saved lives. And I know with war it takes lives, and war is just, there's no winners, but you know what I mean. You get the basic gist of it. It's like I saved lives. Whether you want to be a doctor, a firefighter, I guess I'm just giving it off like generic stuff here, but if you'd want to like do any of that stuff, it's just go for it. at the end of the day, you could achieve greatness. Like, now's the time to somewhat start, but like, and whatnot. But I'm just saying, like, there's always the chance to do it. Like, I'd say just jump on the chance and go in your life and achieve that greatness you want to. I guess it's like an inspirational speech. Like, also for me, I mean, if this YouTube thing kicked off for a while, I mean, that would be cool. I'd see that as achieving greatness because YouTube can really help people, whether you believe it or not. Um, I seen one video about Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It was a commentator. It was like way back in the day when Black Ops 1 was popular, and he was talking about. Hold on one second. Hey guys, sorry I had to just cut it out right there. Got a phone call, my mom, and I had to pick up, otherwise she'd think I was falling asleep. Anyways, what I was saying is I seen a video by a commentator saying how like the whole like YouTube scene and everything really got him a lot of friends, and he still talks to them. He's visited them. I mean, he's chilled with them, and they've really helped out his life, you know. And to me, like, you might not believe this, but Woody's Gamertag Mail Monday has helped me significantly deal with some parts of my depression. It's also taught me bitches can be crazy. So, yes, there's that. And also, iPhone Star for Hire. He's one of the main reasons I got into YouTube. He's awesome. He's one of my favorite commentators. I'm gonna try to send him this video, see if he likes it, you know, whatever. Like, I don't know if he'll ever get to view it, but dude, if you do, you're awesome. Love your stuff. Watching The Last of Us, your walkthrough of it, and I love it. Anyways, though, so yeah, we're all like, YouTubers were capable of achieving greatness. I mean, they've helped me out. They've helped tons of people out with suicide, depression, just like doing good, getting a nuclear, you know, whatever makes you truly happy. And it's like, wow, like, even if it's like somewhat small things, but it's good things, like, they've achieved greatness in my opinion. And we're all capable of achieving greatness. I guess this has taken all different bounds of what I'm talking about, like all different areas of how to achieve greatness and whatnot. But yeah, I definitely think we're all capable of it. I mean, growing up, I know your parents tell you, oh, you're gonna be something great, and for me, I really didn't believe that at first. But I don't necessarily like want to be cocky about this, but I mean, there's a lot of times in my life where I feel like, and now I feel like, wow, I might be meant to do something or whatnot. Because there's a lot of times I really should have died, to be honest with you. When I was born, I was technically dead. When I was a week later, I had to go to the hospital, and that was bad too. I was very sick as a child. When I got like a little older, I fell down some cement stairs, and thank God I only injured my head. Well, I guess that's bad, but still, you know what I mean. It was nothing huge. Then, I mean, I've dealt with suicide attempts, ODing on pills. Some of the pills should have really significantly tore through my stomach, and that could have significantly hurt me or scarred me for life. But it didn't. The main point I'm trying to make is, like, I came back, you know, and I might not be in the best spot right now, but, you know, we're all, and I still want to be, like, I still feel like I can achieve greatness. And I just want to get this out there that anyone could achieve greatness, man. You just got to put your mind to it. And if you heard my hands clap, I slapped my hand against the other one. I was not fapping, so don't think that. Thank you. Anyways, like, yeah, I'm coming to the end of the video. It's been a really long one. I'm going to have to find some long gameplay for this after the battlefield, of course, because that epic knife kill was just beautiful. But, guys, we're really all capable of achieving greatness, especially this generation. I'm telling you, we could do it. So, yeah, just leave a comment down below. Tell me what you thought, and I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you got any tips for me as a YouTuber, or if you're new to the channel, just drop a comment. It really helps, and like, so I know what to improve, or what gameplay to put out, or like what games to try out. I'm going to be trying to push a lot of free-to-play games. I know I say this, but I really want to do it, and I'm getting close to that 15-minute mark, which is very long, so I'm going to cut it off here in a second. But I really hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, you're all capable of achieving greatness no matter what has happened. I mean, there was I mean, a guy came from a heroin addict to a drug counselor. I can't say that word. I don't know. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Mr. Asian Persuasion here. Peace.